If you're looking to improve your chipping, then this drill is a great place to start. Hey everybody, I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips. Today we're just going over a very simple drill that I love to do. Every time that I practice my chipping, I turn to this drill, and I think you should too. So the concept of the drill and the setup for it is incredibly simple. All we're looking to do is chip our ball right at a hole location that's on the green. The goal is to land that ball into the hole itself. This is a drill that's going to allow us to really focus on an intermediate target and land the ball there. Now, when we think about how we normally practice our chipping, it's usually aiming at a hole and having the ball end up at the hole. You know, you want to hit a bump and run, and you want the ball to run up to the hole. You want to hit a flop shot, land it near the hole, have it trickle down towards the hole. But a lot of people overlook how to focus on a target for a landing point. And if we want to be really good in our short game, get up and down more often, then we don't want to focus on hitting the ball to the hole eventually. We want to focus on a specific landing point. Now, ideally, we can pick out about a 2-foot radius circle on the green and be able to consistently hit the ball at or near that circle. So all that we're working on here is simulating that target, but just putting it on a hole for instant feedback. Now, I will say that landing the ball in the hole is not a very likely outcome. It's very difficult to do, especially when you spend some more time doing it. But here, I just have a very basic, 15, 17-yard chip. I have a 56-degree wedge, and I'm focusing on keeping a fairly standard trajectory and just getting that ball to land it on the hole. Now, in my mind, if it lands within a foot radius of the hole, I'm pretty happy, just because this is a very, very simple chip. But do not focus on where the ball ends up after it rolls out. The only goal is landing point, because when we're playing courses with larger greens, more undulating greens, oftentimes we have to disregard entirely where the hole is, because we're going to be aiming 10 feet left. We're going to be aiming 15 feet past it and to the right. So all that you have to do is find that spot and then understand, all right, let's go to this spot. This is also something that I would encourage you doing with multiple clubs in the bag. I believe throughout this video I only use the 56, but if you want to work on your bump and runs are an excellent example of something where the hole is kind of disregarded. You just want to find a spot generally on the front of the green and hit a nice solid strike with a 7 or 8 iron, whatever you use for a bump and run, and have that ball roll out because of judgment. You don't want to just guess, oh, I hope this gets to the hole. We want to pick a spot and dial into it. So the only way that you can effectively pick a spot and dial into it when you're on the golf course is by picking a spot and consistently hitting at it over and over again, getting the muscle memory, getting the confidence, getting the experience doing so. And this drill is a great way to simulate that. And for this drill and many drills like it, especially with chipping, one thing that I always like to highlight is if you have 15 balls in front of you, it is super easy to just hit a ball, look at it real quick, hit a ball, look at it real quick, kind of go rapid fire through them. I would highly encourage anyone working on their chipping, whether it's this drill or a different drill, after you hit each ball, take some time just to see how it rolls out, interacts with the green, notice that landing point especially, and then after that, go back to your setup, take a few practice swings as you would normally with any golf swing, any chip, any putt. Go through that pre-shot routine, because the more you can do that in your practice, the more comfort you'll feel on the golf course. Also, it's going to make your practice much more effective and longer in time. That's just an aside that many people overlook. I think it's also super important when you're on the driving range. Some people will go through a bucket of balls in 5 minutes, when in reality, you should be taking 20 minutes and thinking through your shots. So that's just a general tip to go across all of your practice. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this drill, and if you have any other drills that you've been working on, chipping specific, I'd love to hear them down in the comment section below. I'm always fascinated to see what you guys are working on and what is allowing you to improve your golf. If you have any questions on this drill or any intricacies of it, you can also leave those in the comment section down below. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Play well and take care.